A Softek IT Consult.
IP address was 209.94. Sorry, 44, right? Is it 94? It was 44. 44.
33.
44, 33.
Zero
and then 0.
0/24.
Slash what? 24, right? So that was the what? Was the old preface. Okay, so the new preface will change to 27, but let's not focus on that. Let's just find for the what? For the ranges of the what? Of the IP what? Address, okay? So when we what? When we search for the what? Total number of what? Of host, okay? The host what? Remaining on the what? On the network. Let me write again for you to see. We realize that what? Number of hosts on this particular what? Network, the total number of hosts was what? Was 30 what? 2. Okay, but the usable ones were what? Were 30. All right, that is what. Thank you very much on that. Okay, we're 30. Okay, so if we are being told to find for the what? For the ranges of what? This particular what? IP address, it is very simple to what? To go. Okay, this is the what? Is the network what? Address. Or I can show you how to what? Find for the what? Network address. Let's do this. Okay, so with this, okay, we have 209 here. Network address, okay, 44. Okay, we have what? 33. We have what? 0. And then you write the what? The subnet max behind it. Okay, it is what? 255 dot what? 255 dot 255 dot 0. So you have to what? Convert all of this into what? Into binary. Convert all of this into what? Into binary. And then you use the what? The binary what? Operator called the what? The end. End binary what? Operator, the end. I don't know if we can get the values again. Okay. The 209 was what? Was give us what? Let me write the values again so that we solve it together. Okay. 209 gave us what in binary? 0101. So this alone.
No, it's 11
0
0 1
1
0 0
0 0 1 0. Like this.
Another 0 before.
Another 0 before that.
1.
Yes.
Like this.
Like yes.
And what about the 44?
0 1 0
1
1 0 0
0 0. All right. So like that. And then 33.
0 1 0 0
0 1 0 0
0 0 1 0
0 0 1 0. Like this. And then the last one is that okay? That was 0 0 0, right? Okay. So let's take for the what? For this, okay. We know that this are what 255 are giving us. They are going to give us what? 1 1 1 1. Yeah. That is right. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is the same thing. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. And I guess here it's left with what? One of the zeros right here. Okay. Well, let's take it from here. Becomes what? 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Then here becomes what? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. But I'm saying we are using the what? The end. Okay. The bit operator called the what? The end. Okay. Which says that if all are what? Or if the two of the premises are what? Are true, then meaning it should be what? It should be true. So let's start from the first one. So let's go. So 1 and 1 is what? Is 1. Okay. And then 1 and 1 again is what?
1.
Okay. 1 and 0 is what?
0.
And then 1 and 1 is what?
1.
And 1 and 0?
0.
1 and 0?
0.
1 and 0?
0.
And then 1 and 1?
1.
Okay. So let's take this one. 1 and 0?
0.
Then this becomes what? 1.
1.
We have what? 0. 1.
1 1
1.
0 0
0 0 0. All right. And then this one?
0,
0, 1,
1, 0, 0, 0, 0,
0, 1, and
1,
what?
0.
0. All right. Let me see. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? So 1, 0. So it should be this. Okay. What about the last one? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So now, after we've done the end operation, let's take this one into what? Into decimal. Okay. We know that the first one is what? It's 128. Okay. So let's not go back. The second one is what? It's 64 because it is on. It is on. And then the fourth one is what? Is 16, right? That is 16. Okay, because it is like this. It is like this. Let me just write it for people to see. Okay. Hey, these people today they are disturbing me. Oh. I'm coming. Please hold on. I'm coming.
32.
Hello, sir.
He said he needs a minute, so.
But do you all realize the
32.
Yes.
but then the first string of this binary code is the same as the result that we got.
Yeah.
So you can just repeat the same IP address. That's the 20 whatever. Look at that. And the time.
Okay. Please, sorry for the inconvenience. I'm back. Honorable, you're saying something. You are saying the first what?
Yes. The 209.44 in binary is the same. It is the same as the result that we got.
Yes. It's the same thing. Okay. So, but I want maybe all of us to follow. That is why I'm doing it that way. Okay. So with this, we take the what? The one that are on. Okay. On.
After the 30, the 64, there's supposed to be a 30.
A 30 what?
Once-
Yeah. There's supposed to be what? A 30 what? 32. But it is off. I'm saying we take the one that are one. Only those ones.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
take the 0 zeros out. Okay. 64 and then what? And then 16. Okay. Giving us what? 209. If you calculate 209. So let's take this one as well. So this one we have the 64 on. And then we have the what? The 16 on. And then we have the what? The
8.
So this one gives us what?
88.
88. Like seriously. Oh, but it is, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But please, the conversion. Are you guys sure it was this way? Please check for me. It should be 44, not 88. Please check for the binary in what? 44 for me.
It's 0,
Uh-huh.
1, 0,
0, 1, 0.
1,
Uh-huh.
0, 1, 0,
0, 1, 0.
1, 1,
1, 1.
0, 0, 0.
0, 0, 0. Wow.
So please, the last 0 is not supposed to be there.
Supposed to be here.
And
Then if it's not supposed to be here, then it's supposed to be what? In front.
The first zero. The first zero is not supposed to be.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be like this, right? Like this. Like
Yes,
this,
sir.
rather. Yes,
Yes.
like this.
Okay.
So here becomes what? 32. Okay. And here becomes 16. And now we can be able to get what? About 44. Okay. This becomes 44. Okay. So please always do the convention well. Otherwise you get it wrong. Okay. And then with the last one, we have what? We have 32. We have what? We have an 2. Oh, 1, right? Is it 1 or 2? Let me see. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. Okay. Here is supposed to be what? To be like this.
Yes.
Yes. Always check the conversion. Otherwise, it will be wrong. Okay. So that is what? 32. That is what? This is 1. Okay. So making what? 33. And the last one is what? is also what? 0. Okay. So that is how come we say that what? A network address is what? 209.44.33.0. That is the what? The network what? Address. Network what? Address. Okay. So let's continue. Let's finish with what we are doing. So network address is come again.
The part to the 44, we have to cross check. Because if
Christabel,
you add 8, 16, and 32, 16, and 8,
this
you
one,
get
this
44,
one,
not 44.
this is what? 32. Okay. This is what? This is 32. Oh, sorry. This should be what? 8. Okay, okay, okay. This should be what? 8. And then this should be what? 4. Right? Right? Yes, yes. So meaning we made a mistake from here. Okay. We made a mistake, right? Here should be what? Here should be 8. Okay, Christabel, I'm coming out. I'll explain why we were getting that. Okay, so this should be what? Should be 44. Okay, okay. Thank you very much, Honorable. Okay, and here, so Christabel is saying, why are we getting the what? The 16 and then the 32 and then this and that. Christabel, I was saying that in binary what? Operation or in what? In binary what? They get, when we have, let me say, 8 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, what this? We know that they are what? They are 8 digits. Okay, so each of them has a what? A degree of what? A degree. 2 raised to the power what? A degree. That is to the power 0. Raised to the power what? 1. Raised to the power what? 2. Raised to the power what? 3. Raised to the power what? 4. Okay, 5. The same thing. 6 and what? And then 7. So 2 to the power 0 is what? Is 1. Okay, so we know that's what? Always the last what? Bit is what? Raised to the power what? 1. Raised to the power what? 1 is what? Is 2. Okay, and then 2 to the power what? 2 is what? Is 4. Okay, 2 to the power 3 is what? Is 8. And then 2 to the power what? 4 is what? Is 16. Raised to the power 5 is what? 32. Raised to the power what? 6 is what? Is 64. Raised to the power what? 7 is what? 128. So when we count this, realize that we have what? 8 numbers. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So in what? In our binary, when we convert, we should know the what position of what everything. This is what? Position last. That is what? 1. This is position what? Position. Oh, sorry. Here we were doing what? This. Sorry, this. Okay. So doing the what? The convention. See this. This is what? This is 1. Okay, that is 1. We can put 1 here. This is what? This is 2. This is 4. This is what? 8. This is 16. So let's put 16 here. But it is on. Okay. This is what? 32. This is what? 64. This is what? 128. That is what? 128 plus what? 64 plus 16 plus 1. And then you get what? 209. Okay, thank you very much, Christabel. Okay, so please let's continue from where we were. Okay, so we've been able to what? To look or identify what? Our network what? Address from this side. Okay, so the network address is the first address in the what? In the network. So let's put it down. It becomes what? 209. Let me write it with the what? With the writer, not with the hand. Okay, so I told you that's what. So with this, okay, with this, always finding the range. We add what? We add 1 to the network address, then what? We subtract 1 from the what? From the broadcast what? Address. It's fine for the what? For the ranges. So see what happens here. See this. Oh, we closing just right after this. Okay, we'll close right now after this. Okay, so let's see. We have our network address. So let's see. 209 and then dot what? 44 dot what? 33 dot 0. Okay, so this is the what? The first one. Okay, that is from the what? Total number of hosts. Okay, so here we'll be getting the what? So our broadcast will become what? 32. Okay, broadcast becomes what? 32 from here. Okay, 0 to what? 32 is the what? Is the first one. It becomes what? 209 dot what? 44 dot what? 33 dot what? Dot 32. Let's look at the what? The next one. So with the next one, I said that's what we are going to. Please let's hold on a minute. Okay, so with this now we have what? Our range, but this isn't going to be what? This is the what? The actual range, okay? But we can have the what? The usable range, okay? The usable range can be here, okay? Which we can say we add one because we don't use, we said we don't use the what? The network address, and then we don't use the what? The broadcast address. So the usable range, it is going to become what? We add one to the what? To the network, and then we subtract one from the what? From the broadcast. So it becomes what? Let me copy this. The same thing, but minus 1 plus 1. Okay, the same thing here, but plus 1 here. And then minus what? Minus 1. So this becomes what? The usable what? Range in the what? In the address. The usable what? Range in the what? In the IP. Let's take the what? The next one. It becomes what? So with that one also, taking it, subtract what? 1 from this. Okay. Then we take the next one. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's take this. It becomes what? Sorry, let's not subtract the one because it becomes the usable. Let's just take the ranges. Okay. So from here, multiply it by 2. So let's move on. Comes 209 dot what? 44 dot what? 33. Here becomes what? Who can tell us what here becomes?
Plus 1.
Plus what? It becomes what?
Plus 1.
No, let's wait. No, let's wait. Okay. From our IP what? Usable range. Let's make some corrections. Okay. From our IP what? Usable what? Ranges. Let's do what? Some corrections from what? From here. Okay. So these are the what? Are the subnet. This is the what? The first what? Subnet. Okay. Please let me just rearrange them for you to what? Get the what? It's clear from this. Let me put what? And header on it. And header on them. Let me put here as what? As a subnet. Okay. That particular network. Let me put here as IP usable what? Ranges. Okay. IP what? Range. That is the what? The usable. IP range. That is the what? The usable. And let's put what? The broadcast. Okay, like this. Okay. Otherwise, it'll just pass. Just bypass it. But with this, we can grab them all up. Okay. So with the first one, the network address is for the what? For the first network, as I told you. Okay. First network, like we have in the subnets. The subnets, we take what? 2 out. The subnets, the first one is for the network. Okay. So let's write the network. 209 dot 44 dot what? 33 dot what? Dot 0. That is the first one. Okay. And let's write the second one, meaning we get the second one from the what? From this. Okay. That is the what? The one that we are not what? Doing this. So it becomes what? 209. Okay. Dot what? Dot 44 dot 33 dot what? Dot 32. Okay. We can get another one. That is what? 209 dot 44 dot 33 dot what? 64. Okay. So let's what? Let's take it from here. Okay. From here. Let's continue. Okay. Otherwise, we'll continue down there. Okay. With the IP what? Ranges. Okay. The usable what? IP ranges. We add one to the what? network as I stated here. Okay, so let's add one to it. Let me copy this. Let's add one to it. Okay. So we add one to it, and then we subtract what? One. We subtract. So when we add one to it, it becomes the what? The first what? IP address we are having. Okay. So see this. From this subnet, we can tell that what? The broadcast address is what? Minus what? 31. So you see, we've added the what? The one to what? To the network. This is the what? Is the next one. Okay. From the next one, we can get our broadcast from the next one for the first one. Okay. So with this, if we come here, we can say that sorry, let me get this right here. Oh, sorry. Oh, they are all gone forever. Oh. I need to write this thing again. They are all gone. Let me write it right here. Okay. Subnet. Let me put subnet right here. Let me put what? IP range usable. Let me put broadcast right here. Okay. So from here, we had what? Let me put this. And then we had what? 32, right? As our second network. Okay. Network address to the same thing. And then we have what? 64 right here. Okay. So from this what? Our network. Okay. We are saying that we have what? A network address and what? A broadcast address. So from the network address, okay, this is the first network, second network, third network. Okay. So we can get the broadcast of the what? Of the first network, and we subtract what? One from the what? From the second what? Network address. So see this. Here becomes what? 209 minus 1 from here, minus 1 from what? From here, making this one what? 31. Okay, so we can get what? Our IP range also from here. Our IP range for what? Will be what? Let me put this right here. So our IP range, we add what? 1 to the what? To the subnet, okay, or the network, okay. We add 1 to it, and then we subtract what? 1 from the what? From the broadcast, okay, making what? Our usable host correct, okay. So here becomes what? Exactly what? 1 to what? 30, okay. So it becomes this. Okay, so let's take our second one. That is 31. So here becomes, how did I get a subnet? Oh, okay, let me go back once again. We were told to what? To create what? 6 subnets. Okay. We were told to what? To create what? 6 subnets. And then we were like even what? 3 to the power what? 3 as what? Equal to what? 8. Out of this 8, we can get what? Our 6 what? Subnet. Okay. So with this what? Our 6 subnets, we found for the what? For the host. Okay, for them. Okay, let me put this one here. Make this one this. Make this one what? That. Make this one what? Also what? This. Okay. We said that the host for the subnets were what? Each was what? 32. Okay. 32. 32. 32. 32. Let's leave it the last one. 32. So 6. Okay. So each of the network must have what? 32 what? Host. Okay. It must have what? 32 host. Okay. So if this is the what? The network address, then to get the what? The next network, we must add what? 32 to what? To this what? Network to get the next what? Net, because we need what? A range of what? Of hosts within that particular what? Network. Okay. So here becomes what? 32 okay, for the what? Starting point of the what? Of the first network. Okay, so the usable what? Range from what? Of this one can be what? Can be this 30. Okay, that is 1 to what? 30, right from here. Can get at the what? The usable what? Range. Okay, and then the last one becomes the what? The broad, because we said that the last what? Address is the what? Is the broadcast address to end the what? The first what? Network. And the first one used for the what? For the network what? Address. Okay, network what? Address. So we don't use this, and then we don't use what? That. We use only what? This, and then what? And then that. Okay, so to get what? Our next network, we need to what? Add what? 32, because the hosts are what? 32 in a what? In one network. One network contains what? 32 hosts. So each of them have what? 32. So 32, 32, 32, 30. So here will become what? 64 plus 32. We have what? 96. The other one we have what? An address of what? Of 96. Okay, so that's the reason why, or how we got the subnet. Okay, due to the host. Okay, that is the reason why we had that. Okay, so here even becomes what? 209. Here becomes what? 196. Sorry, 96. Okay, 90. So we have to create what? 6 networks. Okay. Okay, Clementina, you're welcome. Okay, so we have to get what? 6. This is 1. This is what? This is 2. This is what? 3. This is 4. So we need what? Extra what? 2. Okay, plus 32 will give us what? I think we'll get that's 128.
128.
And then the last one will give us what? One what?
160.
160.
160. So these are what? The networks that we were told to create. Okay. So with this, we can tell that what? The broadcast address for what? For this is what? It's -1, right? So we can tell from here. Okay, but let's create the what? The usable, okay, from here. Okay. So here it's supposed to be what? +1. Okay, which is what? 30 what? 33. Okay, 33, and then this one becomes what? Let me put the broadcast from here. Makes our work very simple. So -1. Okay, that is what? 60 what? 3. Subtract the one from what? From the next network. Okay, and then we get that, and then the next network continues from there. So here we get what? 62. Okay, 62 right from here. Okay. So this one becomes, let's take the broadcast first. Okay, so it becomes what? This, and then -1 becoming what? 95. Okay, so we can tell our what? Our range. That's what? This will become what? 65 plus 1, and then -1 for the what? For the other side, becoming what? 90 what? 4. Okay, 94. Let me just bring this thing back. So 94, and then here hardly becomes what? 97. Okay, and then here will become, I think it will become like 126. Okay, 126. Okay, and then here becomes what? -1, 127. And then this one too becomes what? 129. And then this is what? This one becomes 120, 160, 150, 158. If I'm not wrong, but let's see. Maybe I'll be correct. So let's see. From the broadcast, we can tell. Okay, that is what? 159, which means I was correct. Okay, and then this one becomes what? 161. And then this one becomes what? 1. Okay, so let's get the broadcast, and then we can tell for this. Okay, so the broadcast becomes what? So let's say if there is what? There was what? An additional one. So let's move down. Let's move down. Okay, let me say the next one would have become what's the name? It will become, let's say, what? 192, right? 192. Okay. 192 from here. Okay. So here becomes what? 90 what? 91. Okay. And then this one will become what? 190. 190 from this. Okay. So this is what? Our 6 networks. Okay. But even though we can what? We can create more. Like what I did here. You can create more and what? Add to it. Okay. And get too many. So this is for what? Our 6 networks. Okay. We can see what? Our subnet. That is our the network address. So this what identifies that all of these what devices are on what? Are on this what? Address. Network address. This address what shows that all of this what 30, all of these what 30 what devices are on what this what network what address. This particular address shows that what all of what these what devices are on what this particular what network. Okay, so this is all about what IP addresses and what, and then subnetting and what CIDR. Okay, so I can give you guys what one question and then we can try it right now and then we close the class. Okay, so that we see whether we really understand what we did or we don't. Okay, so let me put what one question on the what on the whiteboard and then let's try it out. Okay, maybe in 10 minutes time we should finish with it and then let's move out. So I'm cleaning my screen, writing the question right here. Let's see how best we understand till this point. Because if we understand, the exams is not going to be what much a problem at all.
Is it going to be similar?
It is going to be what?
Similar.
Similar. Yes,
So,
IP address questions are like this. These are how we set the questions for what? IP addresses, okay. So it is not going to be what? Any challenging this. Let me get a similar question. A similar question right here. Let me see whether I will get something better. What was the word? IP address for this? 224. Oh no. IP address is not only, maybe it might be what much maybe within the questions, like maybe section A, section B there, maybe you might find some there. Okay, so that is the reason why maybe we are taking time on this. Okay, but it's not going to be based, if it is based on this, it is not going to be what that easy at all, because it is somehow looking some way. Okay, so it will be based on what, on different topics as well. What you guys have treated was so far. Okay, there's not only the IP what addresses. Let me get this question. Let me see how we can work on. At least we have 159.43. Okay, it seems I've gotten one. Okay, it is what we even looked at. Let me take another one. Aha, I've gotten a new one. Okay, it says we have what, an IP address of this. Let me write that one with the ink. Maybe IP address can be what? Maybe a full what? One question. Okay, a full one question. Okay, it says 147 and then 38 0 then what, and then 0. Okay, and then it is telling us that this is what CIDR 16. Let me put the other questions right here. Okay, it says what the required number of what subnet is what, it's 600. Okay, the required, it's right under it. Okay, the required number of subnets x600 x600, okay, and then this we should find for one. So our old question, let's go get it, okay. Says I, we should find for question 1, we should find for the what? The required what? The required subnets, okay. Required subnets. And then 2, we should find for the what? The you should determine the number of bits borrowed. And then 3, determine the number of what? The number of hosts per subnet. And then 4, calculate the what? The new subnet max. And prefix, okay, and then prefix. And then 5, apply the subnet max to the what? IP space, like the what? To the IP space. Okay, so this is the question, okay. We have what? An IP address of what? 147.338, that is what? .0.0, okay. So you see, in here, yes, even though it is what? A class V IP address, but it is what? It is a classless, okay. But still, let's say it is what? It is because it is CIDR 16, which means it's what? A class V what? IP address what? Naturally. Okay, so let's work on it and let's see. We have just 10 minutes. So when it is 10:39, we'll be seeing what? Our solution, and then we close the class. Okay, let's try our possible best to what? To work on our own. So if you don't understand, you ask maybe where you were wrong, and then we correct, and then we just move on, because whether rain or shine, it is coming in the exams. So let's get it from here, and then we get that, we make it what? Because I know for sure it can only take maybe about what? 20 marks for IP address. So just imagine working on only IP address, and then you getting, and then you getting what? 20 marks for only that section. Meanwhile, you guess what? Maybe some additional marks somewhere in to the others. Yes, you are good to go. Okay, so please let's finish this in the next what? 10 minutes. Okay, in the next 10 minutes, and then we just close the class. Okay, so let's see how best we can do this. So 2:39, we are going off. Okay, 2:39, we just go off, and then we are done for the day. So we have 5 minutes more. Okay, 5 minutes more to just go. 5 minutes more. So we have less than 2 minutes, okay, to see what we've done so far. And I'll be glad if somebody is at least able to get at least 50% of the answers correct. Meaning, yes, we are doing something good right here. By question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. Okay, for that one, I am believing everybody should be able to get it correct. So our time is what? Is up. Okay. So please, I would like to be taking the answers from you. Okay. So for the question 1, so let's finish and let's just go. Okay. For the question 1, I want to know what you had. Okay. The question 1. Please, anyone, maybe any answers that maybe we can look through. So let's take maybe around 2:45, we are closing. So just 5 minutes for this and then we go. Okay, so with the question 1, what were the answers we're having?
1024.
1024. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, with the question 2, what did we also get from there?
10.
10. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, with the question 3, what did we also get from there?
64.
64 for the question 3. Okay, the question 4, what did we also get from there?
255.255.255.192. /26.
26. Okay, so let's look at the first 4 questions, and then let's just move on and let's move out of the class. Okay, so the first question says what? They have 600 subnetworks. Okay, so the formula is this. I think the lady is right with that, even though I haven't seen that, but from what I'm seeing, she may be right. Okay, should be equal to what? The subnet, that is what? That is x. Here becomes what? 2 to the power what? N, which is what? Equal to what? 1024. Sorry. It should be equal to what? 600. Okay. So 600. Let me say, let's borrow 8 bits. Can anybody do this for us? To the power 8, and let's see what we are getting. To the power 8 is giving us what?
256.
256. And what about 9?
512.
512. What about 10?
1020.
1024. So meaning it means she was right. Okay, she was right from here. Okay, so meaning that is what? Absolutely what? Correct. Excellent. For the question 2, it says determine the number of what? Bits borrowed. So it becomes what? The 10. So that is what? Correct as well. This is correct and this is what? Correct. And then the question 3 says what? What is the number of hosts per what? Per subnet. Okay, number of hosts what? Per subnet. Okay, so and then she was the guy was like 64. So let's check. This is what? 8. This is what? This is 8. Okay, and then with this we have to borrow what? 9 what? 9 bits. All right, we have to what? Actually what? What is this? We have to borrow 9 bits. So let's borrow this side. The whole we have to borrow 10 bits. Okay, so the whole of this 8 plus what? 2 of what? Of this particular one. Okay, so it will be left with what? 6. Okay, so we take this and this what? In addition, so we borrowed what? 10 bits. Okay, so with this what? 10 bits.
So isn't it supposed to be the other way around?
Let me just draw it and let's see from there. Okay, let's draw it. Okay, so we have this right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so from here, yes, it is filled up. Okay, from here to the same thing, and then from here, so we had what? 16. Okay, so meaning here we have to what? Borrow borrow from the left to the right. Okay, borrow 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me push this one. 8, and then borrow what? Another 2 from what? This one. So here becomes what? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then 0. Okay, so meaning as what? We've borrowed. Here is now what? Filled up. Okay, so which means that here is what? This is the what? The remaining one that what? We are having from here. Okay, now we're looking for the number of what? Number of hosts in what? In our network. Number of what? Of hosts what? In our network. Okay, So with the number of hosts, we should use this. Okay, it becomes what? 2 to the power what? It becomes what?
2 to
Is
the
it
power 6.
This is the power
2 to
eight.
the power what? 8.
8.
Is it 8 or 6?
That's 6.
6.
It should be 6. Okay, because this is 2.
6.
So it should be 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's giving us what? 64. Then that is what? Also what? Absolutely correct. Okay, from here. Okay, then it is what? Giving us what? Something which is what? Which is correct. Okay, from there. And then with the last one, the last one is what? The new what? Prefix. Okay, so let's calculate the new prefix and let's see. Okay, so here becomes what? 255. And then here becomes what? 255. Here becomes what? 255. Okay, and here becomes what? Okay, so here becomes 128 plus 64, giving us what? 192. So that is also what? Correct. Okay, that was what? Correct. Okay, so I guess then you can use that word. You can apply that and what? And then find for the what? For the ranges. Okay, so can we find for the what? For the network address? It is still the same thing, right? It is still the same thing as 147 38.0.0. So that is where it starts. Then the next what? Network address becomes what? 64. The next one becomes what? 128. The next one becomes what? So 128 plus 64. Let me just write them down here. Okay. So this one becomes what? Dot 6. That one is the dot 0, right? Dot 0. Dot 64. 128. And then plus 64 becomes what? Here becomes 2. I think 192. Okay. Plus 64. Okay, gives us what? Something. Let me see. That is 32. Let me put 192 plus 32. Let me see. I think it gives us what? Something more than. So that won't be part. 32 right here. Okay. 32. Let me see. This is 4. This is what? 2. Okay. So 224. Okay. From here. So this will become what? Our subnet section. Okay. So out from here, we can tell what? Our broadcast, okay, becomes what? 6.61. Okay. Here becomes what? Dot 127. Okay. Dot what? 191. Okay. And dot what? 223. Okay. So we can tell our what? Usable host. Here becomes 1. 1 to what? 60. Okay. 1 to what? 60. And then sorry. And then here becomes what? 65 to what? To 126. Okay. So down there like that. And then we are done with the what? Our question. But it is quite what? Impressive. Okay. So those that were though following, but needed what? A little bit clarity. Please, you can see your friends, okay, who really who actually what understand what we did. They can help you out with a little bit, and then what? We all would be on the same what? Platform. Okay. So please, we'll be ending right here, but I'm going to leave my number for the class rep to just send me the test for the what? For the video. Okay, so I'll leave it right here. Let me write it right here. For the recording session. Let me put this right here. Okay. For the video. All right.
Can I ask a question before you log out?
Okay.
Why is it that this time around we're adding 64?
Because
64
this Nelson, please don't forget the recording. Okay, Nelson. Okay, then I'll send it to you to them. Okay. You said why is it was 64?
Right.
You're asking why was it 64? Because by this our host we found was what? Was 64. Or wasn't our host 64? It was 64
yes,
right here.
yes.
So within what? Each of the network, we should have what? 64 what? Host.
Oh,
Okay, within what? Each what of them should have 64. So we multiply 64. Okay, and then we'll be what? Able to what? To get.
And it means the
The one over there should be 63, right?
So here should be what 63. Okay, 63 for the broadcast. Okay, here should be 63. Sorry, 63. Okay, my bad for writing. So 63 right here. Okay, and then this is 128, 127. So that is correct from here. Okay, so please after here I'll be just saving and then what sending the recording session maybe in about 10 minute time. Okay, so it is a good time for me to say what a goodbye to you all. It has been nice and then fun having the class with you guys, and I also believe and I hope that what we are all going to do great. Okay, in the upcoming examination. May the Lord be with you, and then may His face shine upon you. To end with, the name is Kwame A+, and I'm out. Watch out. Peace. Shalom. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
For more information and also to reach us, please contact the numbers on the screen. You can also reach us through our social media handles displayed on the screen. Please do like, follow, and subscribe to our social media handles. A Softek IT Consult. Innovative solutions with the difference.